The Labor Relations Board is reviewing the legality of CUPE's education workers strike. Now, the hearing wrapped up this afternoon, and the board chair is hoping to have a decision as soon as possible. Now, if the decision does come down that CUPE's strike was illegal, that doesn't mean that students will be back in class as soon as tomorrow, something that parents aren't completely blaming on the union.
I wish you'd just sit down and pay them what they deserve. I really do, because they're an integral part of the schooling system as anybody. And our kids need the education. And like most parents, had it up to here.
A poll conducted by Abacus Data on Friday and Saturday surveyed 1,000 Ontarian adults and shows 71% of respondents want the provincial government to negotiate a fair deal with education workers rather than continue with its current approach. One reason the poll cites is because about half think they don't make enough money.
I think they need to be paid for the work that they do, which is really valuable, important work. They're foundational to supporting our children's future.
When asked whether non-teaching staff in schools make too much, not enough, or about the right amount, 50% say they don't make enough, 28% feel they make the right amount, while 7% say they make too much. Laura Walton, president of CUPE Ontario School Boards Council of Unions, says in part that the poll confirms what they already knew. She says, quote, $39,000 isn't enough, and that they believe workers' rights to freely bargain and strike, if necessary, must always be protected.
Coming from this perspective of a student, and not to brag, but I make kind of close to that, and I'm a student. So it's that's not fair to anybody. And I'm working several things to be able to get that income, obviously, but somebody who's working their full-time job should be making far and above what we're giving our students.
Whether or not the strike is deemed legal, Ontarians are still blaming the Ford government. According to the poll, more than 6 in 10 Ontarians blame the provincial government most for schools being closed, while 4 in 10 blame education workers the most. Thousands of workers, including education assistants, custodians, and librarians, walked off the job on Friday in protest, and CUPE has indicated the strike could go on indefinitely, which means no physical school for kids on Monday. Now, locally, the Toronto District School Board said students will shift to online synchronous learning come tomorrow. For a full list of what school boards across the province plan to do, you can visit our website at citynews.ca. Now, CUPE's national president is set to host a press conference tomorrow morning alongside the national and provincial labor leaders to address the ongoing fight against Bill 28, which imposed the contract onto education workers. It's happening tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. at the Sheraton Centre. Reporting live for City News outside Queen's Park, I'm Rhianne Campbell.